Man, you really couldn't hear any of that, could you? That sucks. This is why we do this. Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is just making sure that the stream's actually running right. You're getting some sneak peek content that most of the time I wouldn't leave in here, but I want to explain some things. Mostly, my internet service provider sucks, and there's not really anything I can do about it because this is actually the fastest internet I can buy in my entire area. And when it works, it's pretty decent. I still only get about half of what I pay for, which is completely ridiculous, but this way at least I know that I have the best option available to me, right? But the problem is there's the rest of the time. Like, maybe right now, it seems to be kind of pulling around that, aren't so good. And that makes my life kind of miserable when I'm trying to run a YouTube channel. So, we got that going for me. And anyway, I'm just going to run around here and basically whack this tree down right here. So the only reason I'm doing any of this is just to buy time. And I don't know where my axe is, or there it is. I'm just going to murder these trees here real quick just to see if the bit rate actually stays somewhat decent, which it seems to be doing. So we got that going for me. And we'll get into the main content of this stream here in like just a minute. Basically, as long as it takes this tree to decompose, and the one next to it, of course. So, not that. And we'll go ahead and put that away, and we'll just stick in there. Hi, friend. Nice shot, bozo. Hey, dude. Okay, the internet's doing pretty decent. I suck, but the internet's not terrible. So we're going to go ahead and run it just as soon as I get rid of these couple trees. I'm guessing it was there. Sure. And, okay, that's good enough for me. We've been running this for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It seems to be sticking pretty good. So I'm going to adjust this just a smidge in this direction, and we should be good to go. Cool. We're actually going to get the stream tonight. Okay. You gotta get this out of the way. You can hear me on that. You can hear the game audio. And we're good to go. Very cool. Okay. Now we're doing it. Let me go live. I gotta go to the stream settings. And here we go. Hey there, everybody. My name's Turtle Dude. Welcome back to Minecraft. This is Three Mechanical Goofballs Season 4. If I don't think I've ever actually explained the whole name of this, which is, let me get you a sign here. Three Mechanical Goofballs okay. It's 3MGB SMP S4 is what this entire series is called, which is quite a mouthful, which stands for Three Mechanical Goofballs. Oh boy. Is that even going to fit? Goofballs. It's totally not going to fit. Okay, which stands for Three Mechanical Goofballs. Survival. Just trust me, there's an L there. Multiplayer. Season 4. That's a lot to put into a title. So we abbreviate that entire thing there to Three Mechanical Goofballs SMP S4. There you go. Now that's what that means. So whenever you see that on this stream, that's what we're talking about. Now anyway, we are going to go loot an ancient city today. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. That's what we're going to do. And I don't really care about this armor or if I lose it, and I don't really need it. So what I'm going to do is just toss it into this chest right here. I mean all of it. Everything that's in my inventory except for the shears, a pick, a sword. I'm going to get rid of these logs and the stick. I'll keep a water bucket, a torch, just in case I am completely blind down there, and some wool. And there's not a terrible amount of wool, but, you know, it's enough. Now, for disclosure, I actually already tried to do this once. YouTube and my internet were not having it. So we only looted one chest, and this is what we got out of it, right there. It was not that big of a deal. It was literally right through the door. Now, You also need to know how I actually found this thing because I didn't get to stream that either. So basically, I went mining just a little bit and I got myself a little bit of iron. I already had most of this. I got like an extra stack and a little bit more of the copper. It was just a way to burn a little bit of time and get some general resource grinding done because I wanted to use a bunch of that to make axes so that I could get the wood that has mostly been turned into charcoal at this point. But there used to be a lot more in there. But while I was mining out this little bit of iron, just doing some cave mining, I stumbled across the ancient city that is underneath this mountain range. It turns out it's quite easy to get to. I just took a wrong turn at some point, and I guess I somehow missed the super obvious entrance to this thing, which was just a small cave. That's sarcasm. It didn't come across very well. But you'll see what I mean here in a second. So we're just going to go ahead and boogie over there, and I am literally just going to rush in here, get what I can, and get out. I don't want to make armor, so I'm basically going to use this as a way to get tools and armor. So yeah, go figure. Now, the issue with it is the warden is no joke, so we're going to probably die. But I have high hopes that we're going to be just fine. So, wish me luck. I'm probably going to need it. No, I marked the entrance right there with this pillar, and basically you just jump in it. I took the time to dig an elevator down to this because I figured I was probably going to die here. So yeah, let's just take a nice plummet. And there it is. So, I know that looks super sus, but trust me, I literally popped out of this cave right here in the background and just ran down this slope, like right up there, and just kind of fell into this. I didn't want to go down there because there was lava, and then I looked up here and, saw that. Then immediately decided I was going to dig straight up in order to get an elevator into this place. That is quite literally the whole story. So, without further ado, there's the first one that I alluded just a little bit ago. We're going to run around in here, and it's going to be a lot of crouching. So, here we go. Now, I must be very careful as to not trip out the warden. Okay, because we're on the carpet, and that thing can't hear me. So I'm just going to get some high ground here real quick, and we're going to see what we can see. Okay, I don't see any chests immediately. I'm going to go this direction first, and we'll loop all the way around. That's the plan. I got lucky that there wasn't anything there. Okay. And yes, it is going to be extraordinarily dark. I don't have any way to light this up safely. So, we got that going for us. But I got to play this like super safe if we're going to go about this. Okay. So there's nothing there. Be a moment. My apologies for that. I had to take a moment there. So, there's free wool right here, which I'm very tempted to take, but I think I want to leave this pristine. I'm going to build in here eventually. Okay, so we got this going on. Okay, that is also wool. There is a surprisingly low amount of loot in this place so far. So I'm just going to make my way over here and boogie. But the good news is no other mobs will spawn in the deep dark besides the warden. and the stuff will fall into it, but it won't spawn here. What that means for me is that I can build a village in the dark. And it's the only place in vanilla Minecraft that you can build a village in the dark safely. Which I think is really cool. And I've always wanted to do it. Like, it opens up like a whole new thing where, you know, in lore-wise, it's also very important to me. So I'm like actually stoked that there's one of these so close to home, because I thought I was going to have to like travel super far away to find one of these things to pull that off. And that's always been a deterrent. So I'm just like looking for structures that may, like maybe that right up there would have it. Did I get up there? No. Okay. Oh, here we go. So we start back here. There's like nothing in here, dude. Like straight up, there's nothing in this thing. Somebody didn't already loot this, did they? Surely not. I'm like the first person here. It's right next to my base. Okay, wait. What if it's up there? Cool. Nothing? Really? Nothing. This is surprisingly going pretty well. Trust me, it's not going to go this well the entire time I'm here. So it must be like you have to go into these things. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Okay. So there's a way up right here. Okay, we have targets acquired. There's one right there. So the idea here is that if I just pop wool down, right? Like this. If I go look at the back side of this, there's not anything back here, is there? Because there's nothing even remotely close to that. If this hits that, I'm going to be majorly upset. So I'm going to put some more down and open it. Okay, we're good. So then we got some more music disc fragments. There's some torches. Look at that. Cover me with diamond. What a way to get that achievement. Anyway, so we have that now. That is a fantastic pair of pants right there. You know that? That's great. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And there's some more in there. So I now have backup pants. You know, like when things go south, you always got your backup pants. So let me break this real quick. Okay, now we take this. Perfect. And if I do a little hop, now we're out of here. Smooth as butter. No issues, no nothing. Okay. Here we go. That's what I mean. That is lava. So it seems that the loot is going to be out on the edges of all this bit here, which is cool. Fine by me. But you know, it does mean that it's going to take a while. So like that right there, it probably has a chest in it somewhere, right? I believe so. So right before I go in there, I'll be right back. Okay. I should be good now, for like, legitimately. Now, let me get up here and see what's going on. Okay, so we have loot all over the place, which is fantastic. The question is there are dangers back here somewhere? Ooh, I want that. Okay, I think I could just punch that, but we're going to put this there. Hopefully this doesn't. I got lucky on that one. I got real lucky that there was not a shrieker in that one spot. So let me just do this. Pretty sure there's nothing back here. There's not. Bundle it up. Okay. Okay, we are good. I already got the cat disc, so that kind of sucks. The candles are kind of cool. The Sculpt Catalyst is nice because I don't have Silk Touch yet. Normally I'm a little bit upset about finding those in a chest. The glow berries are cool. I'll start a farm with those. Okay. There's that one. Not what we were looking for, honestly. There's the music. So. Perfect. Oh, yes! One of the best music discs right there. Swift Sneak 3? Oh, we are good. That is a terrible pair of pants. If it wasn't for Curse of Binding, I could kind of deal with it, but it was almost good until it wasn't. I wonder if I can anvil it off and keep the pants. Okay. We're also going to eat one here. Cool. So, I'm good there. If I need to, I can make a trip back on the loot department, but I think I'm gonna be okay. So there's the big portal over there. We know there's gonna be something over there, right? I'm tempted just to jump off the back of this, but I don't. Okay, I got lucky. One mistake is all it would take for this to go downhill so fast. Okay. There's a double stack of those over there. Never seen that before. Okay. Wow, that would be a death trap right there. There's two of them in that one spot. I'm really happy that we're going to get disc 5 as well, it seems. I only need 9 of those, and I've already got like 5. So... this isn't a trap, is it? No, okay. Okay. And I like... Wall, please. And okay, so we're going mega overkill on the wall on this one, dude. Like I'm talking, we're building a whole fort. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. All right, echo shards. I'm gonna have to ditch something here. Honestly, the cat discs. Like, I don't need those, or this random leather. I won't lie, that really scared me. a second ago. Don't land on that. I am so lucky. Alright. I need the wool. I don't need the candles. Oh, crap. That's a problem. I think I'm good. They gave me a grace one on that one. I did that just so I knew where I was. There's not very many regular torches down here. Now, where's my way out? It was through a cave or something, wasn't it? I think it was through here. There it is. Okay. Let's sneak by this. Okay. No, we're out of there. We are out of here. I'm just going to do this. We'll just throw everything in there, and then whenever we come back, we'll get some stuff. Now, I'm taking these pants off. The pants are going in there as well. We are going to be just fine. Fire aspects, I want those down there as well. Okay, very cool. I'm not going to bring this other wool. I think it takes up too much inventory space. I'm just going to bring the gray stuff because that's what I have the most of. And we're going to go back out to where we were. Eat a carrot first. Oh. I mean, it's going to take me a while to loot all this, but that's okay. If I got Swift Sneak on there, it would go considerably faster. I think I can get away with walking right here. Okay. So we know that that area over there is good. But we're doing all this at once. We're doing the one fell swoop. Good thing that was wool. Oh. Okay, that was like strike 2, bud. I'm probably going to hit strike 3 here if I keep that up. So I think that one box was up here. I get one more of those. This is going to get real dicey. That's kind of why I wanted to get out of there. I knew I was already on strike 1. I'm on strike 2 now. We go to strike 3, things are going to get real hairy. Okay. Would you believe me if I told you I cleared one of these things out entirely of all of the skulk sensors but one time? I mean, you understand that when you break one of the shriekers, it activates all the other shriekers around it if there happen to be a bunch in one spot. So there was a lot of wardens is basically what I'm trying to tell you. And it wasn't easy. I figured out like a method to get it to work though. Look at that, I still got the candles. Okay, so we'll just box this boy up again. one of these is going to fall. Okay. We're out of here. Okay, that one is officially done. Now, I'm just going to go down here to this next spot. I think I can turn these into villager houses. Like, genuinely. I do think I can. I think it's going to be difficult. Like, it's a difficult palette to work with when everything's this black, but it doesn't have to be that black. Like, I could add some blues and purples and, you know, something like that in here. Liven it up just a little bit. What, dude? How am I supposed to get up in there? What's the plan? I think we do this. I don't think I can make that jump. Okay, so target is acquired. Does it go through a corner? Okay. Well, we're about to find out. I don't think it does. We are good. I'll take a skulk and some leather. Protection, that's okay. Not the greatest haul. Okay. I have no idea how that did not go off. Oh. How is that not going off? I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'm just going to dip. Okay. So we were going this way. I'm going to crab my way over there. I'm leaving that wool on that one side. It's just not worth it. There's a mine shaft in here too, which is cool. Is that a structure? No, I think... Is it? I don't think that is a structure. I don't think there's anything in this area. I'm going to risk it. Okay, I got lucky. There was something in the area, but it was in fact a wall, so there wasn't a shriek or anything nearby. Now, I see a chest. Question is, how do I get to it? Oh. Can I just like stomp on this and not get caught by anything because there's not a shrieker nearby, or did I just get like super, super lucky? I'm gonna risk it. I'll take it. Not a problem. Make some scary noises, but you know, not bad. Okay. I really got what I came here already for. I was here to get Swift Sneak, and honestly, I've already got it. So, like, that's goated. I don't have to, like, worry about too much. Now I'm just trying to get some armor that isn't pants. Now, I don't know if they have pants in here, or, like, any other kind of armor. I haven't really ever paid much attention to the loot pool in this place. I'm fairly sure this is just a wall. It is. So, you know, we're good there. So what I'm going to do is once I get done with this, I might actually try to empty this place out. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. I would really like to redo that. I never really got to do it justice in Season 3 especially. Okay. So that's the thing that I want to go look at. Let's see if there's a way up in there that does not involve me breaking in through the blocks. Boy, there is like a crazy amount of skull extensors right here. I know you can't see like a whole lot, but trust me, you and I are on the same page. That right there is where we're going in. No trap, right? Okay. I've got no faith that it's going to be this easy. So we are boxing that dude in. It's about to activate every one of those if I do this. I wonder what happens if I put some back there too. I'll take it. Got a density, but look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like, I would never enchant it this early into the game, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. And like, I'm actually going to be able to use that. Like, all the way through the whole game now. Whereas if I had waited to get this loot, like, I would have ever gone back. You know what I mean? Okay. Let me just go back here and get this real quick. So right there, that would have been the end of me. Now the question is how am I going to get down from here without hurting myself and triggering everything? Whew, I did not like that risk that I just took. But we did it, so that is what it is. Okay, how's the... Time to go. Surely that's the third one, right? I skedaddled out of there so fast, but I cannot believe that they've given me a grace. It must have been just long enough since I triggered the first one earlier that I didn't get that, but I am on thin ice right now. I think I'm going to go for it anyway, to be completely honest with you. I want the loot pretty bad. And I know I've got some decent stuff, but it's not stuff that's like super game changing. So I really, really want a helmet. Or especially if I could find a pair of pants with Swift Sneak already on it, like diamond pants with Swift Sneak already installed, that would be amazing, honestly. That way I don't have to do any of the enchanting and I just reap the benefits of it. And I have a spare book so that if I ever die or I want a different pair of pants, you know, we can do it like that. But I don't even know if that's in the loot pool or whatever, so... Okay. Targets acquired here. We gotta get this back out. It's a very like methodical thing you have to do here. You can't move and crouch at the same time. Like you gotta crouch and then you gotta move every single time. Otherwise it triggers these things. Okay, there's the target. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop in my wool. And I think I'm good behind me. Right there, I believe that is enough to get disc 5. I don't know how many echo shards you need to get the recovery compass. And a lot of people give the recovery compass a lot of hate. But truth be told, I think it is a useful item. I think it could have been something cooler than that. But it is an item that shows that Mojang at least thought that people were dying and losing all their stuff. And they're like, that really sucks. What if we made like this end game material that allowed people to have less of that problem? You know, once they get really nice stuff, then we don't want them just dying to that, you know, and losing everything that they've progressed so diligently towards. So they gave you the recovery compass, which can help you find your goods. Now, I do think a lot of people say that the recovery compass should have been like keep inventory, but for survival in vanilla. And I don't really agree with that. Like, we already have totems of undying. Like, we can cheat death the way it is right now. So why would we bother making something even more broken than that? Is my, you know, that's my hot take on that kind of thing. Okay, so there's another like little area over there. I'm just gonna go up this ladder here real quick. So that's like the big portal in the middle, and we've gone like a loop all the way around the end of it now. I see a box right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get it, and then inventory is probably going to be full after that. But, you know, we'll sort that out. Also, I don't know how you're supposed to go down these ladders without triggering them. Maybe you don't. But you know what I'm seeing, though? There's no other mobs. I see a skull over there that I'm going to go pick up eventually. Like, there's no other mobs in this entire thing that we would have to worry about. And by the way, mark my words, these candles probably mean something. Right here, like the way they're in there. Maybe I'm wrong. But, you know, they've been teasing that a lot. So, I really hope that they add another dimension to this game that is similar to this. It doesn't have to be the same thing, but I mean, I haven't looked up like any of the most recent snapshots or whatever, so this sucks. I have a solution. I think that works. Your boy's in good shape. Can't reach it. There's mending. That means that that thing can last forever. Or my pants can last forever, one of the two. And boy, am I loaded up on horse stuff. I'm going to have to, like, you know, go take care of that problem. Go get a horse. I kind of want to build a horse ranch. You can see nothing. Okay. So I think I'm just going to go that way now. Okay. Oh, I'm boned. Oh, I'm so boned. That was a crazy jump. I'm getting out of here, dude. I am getting out of Dodge. I know it sounds like he's far away, but trust me, man, I cannot get far enough away from that guy. Oh. Okay. We are booging. I mean, I'm straight up. I'm going all the way to the entrance, and we're going to take the fast way to get back here via these highways. But I got to remember how to actually get back is the catch here. I think it's that. Oh, it's 100% that right over there. Okay, don't. I'm just going to crouch around it. I'm not going to hit anything to activate another one. Okay. That's how you do it. I got it. I'm not losing that mending book though, dude. I want that mending book so bad. I'm probably going to throw it on the pickaxe if I'm honest with you. The pickaxe is, like, I could deal without armor, honestly. I mean, it sucks to have to make armor, but it's not the end of the world, you know? But tools, I don't know. It depends. If it's unenchanted armor, I would probably throw the mending book on an enchanted tool. Whereas, if it were enchanted armor, every day of the week, I'm putting mending armor, or I'm putting mending on the armor. Like, that stuff sucks to get again. Okay, that bat is thoroughly freaking me out. To the point if I can get close enough to it here. Die. Okay. Okay, dump everything in there. There's my mending book. I'll take a respiration book as well. We'll put it over there. There's Swift Sneak book. I got a second one. That's dope. That is actually sick. So there we go. We have the full disc fragment. Okay, cool. We'll get rid of all that. And where my fish go for this? I want that in there for sure. Okay, cool. Fine and dandy. We are going back out. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut a corner here real quick and go this general direction. See if I can make it work. I think there's loot in there, probably. We're gonna find out. It is time to go. We are getting out. Just give me all the stuff. We are leaving. I don't know where it is. I don't care. We're leaving. I'm out of there. I'm taking some stuff up here. We're going to drop it off and we'll get some more wool. That wool is never coming back out of there. Not until I clear the whole thing out. But we're going to give that guy some therapy time. Yeah, just let him chill out down there. I can breathe. Okay, we're out. Does that make me a coward? Yes. Am I a reasonable coward? Yes. That's called getting out while you're ahead. You know, it's like going to the casino, betting everything on black and winning. Like, do you sit there and try to do it again, or do you just leave? Like, yeah, I'm out. You know, like, so yeah. At the very least, I'd pocket what I had, like what I came in with, and, you know, keep playing until I lost the winnings or something. Or maybe, probably what I would do is I keep half of the winnings. So, like, if I played $10, and I won 20 back, I'd keep, I'd probably keep 15 of it and play with the 5 that I won and see what happened from there. That way, at least I'm ahead when I come out. So let me go shear this sheep right here real quick. So, we got it. What sector's on? So. Oof, I lost it. Give me a minute. I'm gonna give this to him. Where is he? There he is. There you go, bud. Alright. Oh, I lost it. Why does this happen? I gotta click it and do that. It's really weird how that works. Anyway, so we got loot now. And I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I think I'm just gonna dump it in this and then we'll sort it out later. Except for the books. The books that I actually want to care about are in here. Alright, so we are good there. We'll put that up there. I'm going to put that down here. I want to keep that stuff. The pants are doing good. Hey, what up, man? We got discs. Discs for days, actually. Ooh, I can make that one, too. That's nice. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to get more wool off that sheep, and we should be fine. Cool. Let's go do it. I know I got more loot down in there, but you know we'll make a trip out of it here. We'll go back down in and grab some more stuff. Now you, sir, can I shear you without? No, see that's really annoying. I don't know how to fix that problem either. Actually, yes I do. So you go on that post. You, sir, go over there. And then I'm just gonna basically hold you while I get more wool off of you. So, by the way, we still have this dude. Once we get some loot here, I'm thinking about going in here and curing this guy, but, you know. We're going to call that guy Henry, in honor of the previous Henry. Hey, bud, you want to eat this for me? I need more wool than what you have currently provided. And you're the only color that I have. So, thank you. Once I get 12, I'll go back in there. I think 12 would be a good number. Well, I'm sitting here, though. I think I am just going to tow this guy over here and harvest all my carrots. Take a nice carrot break. Oh, this guy really wants some wheat there. I don't really know why I'm farming beetroots, by the way. I don't ever use them. I think I had an extra row or something. Let me see. Because this would be, it's carrots, wheat, potato, carrot, wheat, potato, carrot. Yeah, to have one extra row. Because I like the carrots, so I just decided to plant the beetroots there. I'm cool with that. Okay. Alright. Back into the cubby. I forgot to get rid of these soul torches as well. I gotta do that. I'm just gonna tow this dude up here and we're gonna put him in a hole. That way I don't have to keep constantly shearing him all the time. I really just need to get an auto shear farm, but I don't have the wealth with which to do that at the moment. I've got the iron and whatnot, but I don't want to spend it on that. Dude, okay. You're coming up here. I'm going to tow you up that cliff. Come on. There you go. Good man. Come on. This is like one of my lead. I would literally rather deal with villagers. And that's a bold statement. A lot of people hate villagers in this game. That is not me. I quite enjoy them. Okay, you're going to stay here. We're going to go get a single ladder, and that's how we're going to deal with this problem. What is this? Oh. I forgot I had Lightmatica turned on. I gotta get that turned back off. Like, I'm going to use it for a long time. There's my ladder. I'm not going to put that in the corner. I'm going to put it right smack in the middle. That way I can do this. And we should be good. Okay. And what do you think about the, let me ask you a question here. What do you think about, you know, the dried leaf litter here and all that? Like, it's actually kind of problematic to me. It kind of clogs up my inventory, if I'm being completely honest with you. You're going to eat that, dude? I'm going to give you like 2 seconds to eat that piece of grass right there. One. All right, see it, dude. I'm going back down in the hole. I need to get a piece of charcoal though, so I can have just a couple more torches. I think I can just steal it out of here. Cool. That'll be enough. I'm getting rid of the stick. We're going back in. I wonder if that dude's still there. I don't know how long they last. It seems to vary as if there is a bat or not nearby. Because if they're constantly mad, then like they don't despawn. They have to like basically have nothing going on around them for a while for them to go away. Which is problematic if you're like me and you're just trying to loot the place in peaceful nature. You know, you don't want to have to go out here all the time and fight the warden, which I really do think the warden should give you something really cool if you kill it, but it doesn't. I think that's a major miss. Maybe they'll fix that in one of these updates, and like you'll have to kill one of the things to get like a key or something to unlock that giant portal. Like that would be a cool mechanic. You know? Like go fight this really big boss and get rewarded by, you know, going somewhere completely new that we've literally never seen before, and like that would be awesome. But I don't know if that's gonna ever happen or not. So I know there's a chest up there, but I got everything out of that thing, right? Before I left. Before I scrambled out of there. I'm pretty sure I got it all. And if I didn't, I'll go back for it later. That one is on thin ice the way it is. Those are the ones that just got me murdered, almost. So I think I'll keep my distance from that little corner for a little bit. So, have I already done that one? I don't think I have I? Is there anything in there? Oh, there is. There is stuff in there. Okay. I will go for it. I should have enough with what I've got here. The problem is if I have to use one to get into it. I don't think I do. I think I can like... I think I'll have to use it one just to get up there. I've got enough. We're going to make this work. We got it. Oh, dude. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to get real close to that. And I'm safe. We're going to place a torch. just because I can while I'm here. That way we know we've already done this one. So let's get up here and take a peek. I think the next direction is probably that one. No, that's the one I just came from. I was looking the wrong way. So I guess we go back towards the middle here. Okay. Just gonna creep my way back out of here. This sucks. Ooh. I actually made that jump. Okay, so that's the way we came from. That's the way we went. So I needed to go backwards from the way I was just looking and go like around the giant pillar. The only thing else on this entire side is in the corner to my right if I look this direction. So it'd be over there where that big thing is. I haven't gone over there yet. But the rest of it, I think we're okay with. Okay, I really need to get like onto some wool here, dude. It takes me so long to crab up these stairs. Okay, so we're good. Boy, it is hard to see. I think this is wool? It is. This is that crazy jump that I made. Man, I was under pressure too. I'm fairly sure I already got that one over there. So we're gonna go back over here. Definitely have not gone this way. Right? Or have I? No way down. Not a safe way. Give me just a moment. I just read your chat for compost fodder. I was very focused on trying not to die. So, I actually keep a big chunk of it, is what I do with it. Okay, right here looks like a spot that I can drop. What's that book? Spite. Okay. Perfect. Down here. We're gonna sprint this all the way down through here until I can get to the end of this. I'm pretty sure I've already looted this, but I'm gonna go check it again anyway. Because isn't this the one that like caused me to have mass panic and I just skedaddled out of here as fast as I possibly could? Or is that a completely different one? Because I'm pretty sure if I put a pillar right here and I look through this hole, yeah, see that torch right there? 100% I've already looted this one. So off we go. Wait a minute. way from the outside in on these things. That way you know, like, paths out. The fastest paths out, that is. That was a close one. I think I would definitely remember that. Unless I went up to the top layer the first time I went through here. Go up top here real quick and check. See what's going on there. Okay, that's the skull that I wanted to get. I'm gonna go try to get that here real quick. Just got to crab my way over there. This takes so long to do. This is like one of the hardest structures to loot, but it's also one of the most painstakingly slow ones. Like, if you just take your time with it, you don't really have to have anything to loot one of these structures. It just takes time. Like, right here, I want this skull, so you have to, like, block everything off from it and just take your sweet time, making sure that nothing can see it. Like here, I'll even add one there and there. And then just pick the skull up. I'm boned. I'm taking this with me. Let's give me a grace period. Oh. This is not good for me. Oh, I can't see squat. Okay, I got out of there alive, somehow. I literally went in a straight line and just was hoping that I didn't hit anything. But I'm not out of the water yet. Okay, I'm in the middle. The big middle. So I guess I'm just gonna take my time here. Okay, there's the side of the big middle. Okay, well, I'm not going that way. That's where he is. I'll probably just like... Okay, we're good, somehow. I was really about to get cooked right there, you know that? Oh yeah, the music thing, it does that sometimes. I actually need to go to the game settings and fix that. It's supposed to be down here. Because this game has insanely loud audio for that. Is this carpet? No. But this is. I feel like this is going to get me killed. Right here. If I touch this ladder... You mad about that? If I go down this ladder, I'm probably cooked. Well... Okay, I have a plan. It's not a good one. Can I reach that? Okay, we're fine. We're out of there. I'm not going down that ladder. I don't trust it at all. Okay, there's my way out. So I've gone a full circle somehow, and I think I'm just going to dump what I have in my inventory, eat some food while I'm over there, go back and go into the middle. Ooh. This is worth a gamble. I'm pretty close to the entrance, right? Yeah, I can make it. that. That right there, my friend, is a pickaxe. Not exactly the most orthodox place to be mining all this up, but I'll do it. Now the question is, do I just try to hightail it out of here, or do I try to crab it all the way? I'm doing it. We're going. Oh, it's time to go. Time to go. I ain't even sticking around. I'll get the loot later. We're going out. Get out of there. Okay, we are fine. Well, the good news is we are not dead. And I shall be right back. Okay, we're good. Now, what did I get? I actually did not have that much in my inventory. Do you think that dude's still down there? I mean, probably, right? Let's just fall a little bit and see if we start hearing this. How close is it? He's not that close. Oh, he's leaving. We're good. Everything's fine. Okay, so we're not worried. That guy did not stick around very long. We're just going to boogie. No, we're gonna go ahead and drop everything off real quick, and go back in. It won't take me long to get this back out to base, and being that I already have it, I just kind of want to get it out of there. That way I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Gotta love the water elevator. And I also really need to make a path. But I've just decided that I'm not built squat until like I actually have some tools to work with, and this is my method of getting tools. Risking my neck with the warden so that I could get free loot. You know, it works. I mean, hey, I don't have to like go down there and get 5,000 diamonds just so I can, you know, put my first set of armor together. Like, nah, forget that. I'm not making that at all. I'm just going to get my armor out of the loot. Because if they're going to put it in there, and my problem is I grind and try to get loot that allows me to like progress in the game such that I can get more loot. That sheep I just sheared that thing and then immediately re-sheared it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna toss all this in there. I got some other side discs, which makes me quite happy. I'm gonna need more loot space. We've got some skulls. Oh, I thought he ate. Soul torches. I'm out of space. Hold on, I gotta go make another chest. I'm like hauling lots of stuff out of here. Okay. Don't even have an e-chest yet, but I've looted the deep dark. Yeah, that's how that works. So let me put my pants in there. I don't quite like these pants. Okay. Now, back in we go. You gonna eat something? No? Okay. Back in we go. Being that guy is in fact gone, I'm pretty sure I can just dive bomb into that place, go straight to the middle, and we can try to loot it in the room underneath the portal. I don't remember how to get into that room. if I'm being completely honest with you. It's one of these things that I kind of stumble across it every time I've done it, and I don't think I've ever actually properly learned how to do it. This is going to be a really hard jump right here. You think I can make that? No, there's no way, right? That's, one, it's a really long jump, and two, is it like an increase in elevation? I don't think that's even remotely possible without an elytra. Let me see if we can. Okay. I want to like... Ooh, no, it's not even close. You could do it if you had an elytra. Like, not with the rockets, obviously. But, I mean, like, if you float with an elytra, you can get quite a lot farther in your jump. I made, like, a crazy 4-block jump, though. Like, I was running for my life from the warden. I didn't have a choice but to make it. And, it was on carpet, and I was like, I can make it. Anyway, back in we go. Cool. Now we're going to take the super highway all the way to the middle, if I can figure out how to do it. Okay. Man, how did I do that one time? It was like a frame per... Okay, there we go. Now, how do I get up here? Okay, there's the middle. I'm pretty sure I've done most of the other bits. There might be a little bit here that I'm missing, but let's get real. I mean, like, I've come out of here with a pretty good haul the way it is. So I'm not overly concerned about getting every last drop of it. I've got pretty much everything I came in here to get, except better armor. And I don't even know if this place has better armor in the loot pool. So, you know, we'll eventually sort that out. Okay, so this is by far the middle. But how do you think it works? Like, I know there's a way to open, there's like a secret door that you see underneath of this thing. Maybe you gotta like activate a skulk sensor somehow and it'll let you in. But to be honest, I cannot remember. Okay, I got lucky on that one. Like if I just... Okay, that was a calculated risk, but it's like right here, right? And somehow you gotta... But I don't know how this works. And I kind of want to figure it out, but at the same time, I'm tempted just to blast my way in there with a pickaxe. It's only 2 blocks, right? And I know I'm good for this first one. Like, if I just... Okay, for science, we're going to do this. See, right here, this is what I was talking about. And you see this thing? Like, there's a lever on it. Like, how was I supposed to get into this originally? So there's a skulk sensor in there. Okay, so you just had to get like super lucky and hit that skulk sensor at like a perfect angle for it to have worked. Well, I mean, I just destroyed it, but you know, I can fix it. Anyway, that's what it was supposed to do. So yeah, we've got this and all that, and lectern and whatnot. I think I'm actually just going to leave all this right here where it is. I get that they're trying to teach you how to use redstone, but dude, like, I'm good on it. Is there not loot at the bottom of this? I thought there was. Well, that sucks. I think the thing will kill me in here. I'm gonna say based off proximity, probably. can't get in here with me, can it? Oh, I'm so dead. I mean, your boy is like 100% dead. Do I just run? I think I'm probably just gonna have to run. I think that's pretty much the option here. That thing is fast. I think my option is to literally run here. I think he's just gonna keep sniffing me until I do, so. Oh, I'm 100% gonna die. Where is he? He's over there somewhere. I'm getting out of here, dude. We are skedaddling. We're just going this way. I don't know where this way goes, but. Where is he? I have no idea. I'm gonna keep going. I have no faith in making it out of there alive if that thing catches me. Okay. So the only other spot I haven't looted is basically, I think, right here. Like, not that, because I've done that. I mean, like, literally right over there. And then maybe the top of the portal. I don't think it ever has anything on it. Sometimes they have, like, a pillar somewhere that has some other loot on it. But, you know, I think we're alright. Also, is the game audio, like, for the music still, like, too loud? Maybe bump that down a little more. That looks a little better. I can also, bump this gain up just a smidgen. That way you can hear me just a smidge better. Also, I did not get any loot on this run, but why did I bring this back with me? No, sir. I'm bugging. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, if there's one right there, that'd be a raw trick. If there was one right there. Because I'm pretty sure I can just get all the way out of here now. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this in the chest. Oh, nice, man. I think you threw in another. I do need to go to the Nether eventually. I'm kind of taking my sweet time with that as far as like the game progression is concerned. It says the guy who's looting the ancient city with basically nothing on him. But this is just a way I've never really played the game, you know? Like, what happens if you start at the end and work your way back? Good, the thing's gone. Okay. So now I can go up here and I can search around here in peace. Okay. I'm not seeing much else. I think I'm good here. I'm pretty sure that's all of it. Because I've done that down there. Okay. So if I know that, then I'm fairly sure, have I seen that? I'm fairly sure I've done all that. That one over there I might not have done. Or is that one that had that crazy jump on it? That was my 4-block jump right there. So I'm pretty sure I've done that one. What about over there? There's nothing over there for me to loot. I checked that tower. That's where I came from. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Okay. Well then, in that case, I think I'm going to dip out of here real quick. Wait, there's a tower over there that I've only gone on one of those towers, so one of these I've not been to. I'm pretty sure I've been to that one and there's not any loot on top of that thing anyway. Honestly, dude, I'm getting out. You know that? Like, I'm just getting out of here. Okay. Should I just beeline it towards the door? Like, what do I got in my inventory? I'm doing it. We're going. Am I really going to get this lucky? Did I just, like, accidentally find the perfect way back out of this place? Okay, never mind. Just one right there. I mean, that went way better than expected. See ya. Goodbye. Hey, what's up, man? Been a while. You just missed it, man. I basically just looted that entire end city with nothing on me. So I literally used my body as inventory space for armor. Like, that's... that's what happened. So, I'm going to go over here. We're going to take a nice nap. We're going to sort it out and check out what everything we got is. I didn't mean to do that, but I'll take some free leaves. Don't mind if I do. And I need to start a very special box. Oh boy, this is like steepest terrain of all time and is bitrate destroying rain. I've got to go get rid of this. I need a data pack that just gets rid of rain. Like, or at least makes it to where it doesn't destroy my bitrate. Like, oh, that skeleton hurts, dude. I have nothing to fight that. I fear that skeleton more than I do the warden, dude. Like, dead serious. That skeleton, no armor fighting skeletons. You take so many L's. Like the warden, you can kind of get away from it, you know. Now, if the warden's aggro, different story. See, yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of Minecraft in a long time either. And it's one of these situations where I just kind of decided to, now is the time. And my buddy here, not this one actually, but Fallen Galaxy, who's a guy who also plays on the server from time to time, basically asked me, do you want to like start up another Minecraft server, like a new season for it? And I went, yes, like no questions asked. So that was what it was. Okay. Let me get rid of this so I can actually put some stuff in there. Now I need to make like a loot hallway. So what I'm going to do, I think for now, I'm just going to put it right there. And that's, generally speaking, how I'm going to have to go about it. Let me put my... Oh, I'm not going to put that old scrub armor back on. You can forget that. So let me just get my wood out. We'll just make a bunch of chests. Oh, I forgot to put my crafting table over here. By the way, this mess of a place does have purpose. There's plans. You know. Oh, I'm one short. It's just, it'll take me just a second to get around to building the whole place. Okay. So this is going in the... Oh, you know what? I'll make a bush. We'll put it right here outside the house. Just... Bush. There we go. Perfect. Now, by house, I mean pile of rocks that has a bed over the ground over there. That's my house. That's how I live. So, let me... Yeah, okay, we're good. Let's just take all the armor out. Anything that looks like armor is going in there first, and I'll take the tools out as well. So horse armor is included. We'll leave that in there for now. I do want that real quick. I'll go ahead and take that. I got 3 diamonds out of that, which I just mined out of the ground. So, you know, that's nice. Music discs, I think, should be up next. And I am going to potentially hate myself for this later, but, you know, we're going to do it. Oh. There we go. Yeah, you thought I was going to do it that quick, didn't you? Nah, you gotta wait. We'll get there. Don't worry. Okay, so we got that going on. The skulk bits, I'm not super concerned about. The compasses is a tool, I guess, so it can come with that. Glow berries, I just want a box for by themselves. I've been trying to get some of them out here. So I'm just going to pop a chest right there, and then that's just going to be the glowberry chest. That's what I've been kind of farming these up for. I just use them as like a decorational block, not really for food. So we'll do that. So this is going to be all the armor. This one's going to go in there. I'm not going to wear that. I'm going to wear these ones, which are the protection ones with mending on them, which I quite like. The next row down is going to be for horse stuff, which I'm pretty sure I've got more of. I don't, but I have a spare pair of pants. Okay, then we'll use books in there. That's going to go with this. Okay. We'll make a whole double chest just for potions as well. Again, temporary storage. This whole thing is going to get sorted later. So that's not a bad haul, really. I mean, like, Luck of the Sea is not great. Smite's okay. That's goated. The Protection 3, it's okay. Density, same category. That, I'm pretty sure is maxed, so we'll consider that goated. That's goated. Swift Sneak is also goated. This is also pretty goated. We're going to keep all that down there. Now, the diamond bits, we're going to just shove that over here. I don't need them quite yet. There's my horse armor. That's going to go into here. I need to find a horse. Now, I don't remember how the Echo Shard thing works. I don't remember how many of them we need. I think it's like a full 8 of them. So we're going to look up the recovery compass here real quick. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, that is extremely expensive. So I can kind of see the hate now of, like, people have issues with this game when it comes to the recovery compass. They're like, it's such an expensive item for it to basically not have a whole lot of purpose because the whole goal is to not die. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, so 13's here, 5's there. Other side's right here. And I got a lot of cat discs. I'm going to use this coal as fuel. I don't need it. Same with that coal. I will get better use out of that than if I just left it in a chest somewhere. There's some free wood. And now we get down to the fun parts. So basically, dude, Motorstorm, you should try out some Motorstorm speedruns. It's more fun than you would think. Dead serious. Trust me, I have quite a few videos on that. No, I think there's like 300 something, actually. But these two, I'm thinking about combining them into one. I don't know if I have that kind of leverage, but that would give me like one really nice one. Let me make an anvil. I need it anyway. Oh, I can't because of the... I know how to make anvils. Hold on. Get this out of here. Get this stupid book to go away. Now, anvil. Bam. We're going to pop it there. Actually, I kind of hate that. We're going to put it out here in there. One block over from that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now, we need to dump this stuff into here. I'm almost done sorting out the inventory. Then my pickaxe can go over there in the toolbox. There. And so can this bow. Eventually I'll find the arrows and we'll put them in there too. I don't know what I want to do with the torches, so I think I'm just going to dump them in that one for now. We'll put the skulk stuff in there too. And we're going to grab these. Potions. Now, there's a story behind this that I want to talk about. Before we, I do have to head out here pretty soon, but I want to talk about this. Turtle's Twisted Tangawizi is a reference. And basically what it is, I mean, obviously the first bit's Turtle Dude, hence the name. But the Twisted Tangawizi bit is the background, because there's this stuff called Stony Tangawizi. It's a Coca-Cola product, and the only place I've ever found it in the world is actually in Africa. And more specifically in Uganda, which is right there next to Lake Victoria, Sub-Sahara, in Africa. And I really like this stuff. It's like a really strong ginger beer that it's got a wee little bit of sugar in it. I had a ball. I drank basically as much of that stuff as I could get my hands on, and then I could never find it again, because how often do you go to Africa, right? So the twisted bit was because it came out of the deep dark and all that, which I thought was a pretty like twisted, messed up environment originally. So the bottle, being that it came out of the deep dark, has to be called Turtle's Twisted Tangawizi, because basically everybody on the server gets one drink that they name after themselves, and I consider this a drink, so to speak, like a legendary brew. And I put these up in a bar somewhere, usually a tavern, not necessarily a bar, that allows me to like have record of everybody's flavors. Sector Boss, who's also online right now, I think his was a Sakura, if I remember right. I can't remember what it was. Or Saki, maybe. One of the two. But, Turtle's Twisted Tangawizi. And now we get to start something pretty special here. I'm putting a box right there for now. I'm actually going to move it a little bit to right here. And this box, where's the sign that I just had in my inventory? Did I just dump it or something? Let me put this on, by the way. Oh, I used it. I used it right there on the potions thing. I know that's potions. Get rid of it. This is what I want to do with it. Tortuga Tavern is a project that I have been wanting to do for 2+ seasons. So basically 3 seasons now, if you include this one. What I mean by seasons, by the way, is worlds. We play this server based off of Minecraft worlds. So this is like the first fully built world that we intend to play on for years, probably. The last one lasted, I think, 2 or 3 years before we finally switched to the next one, which is this one. The one before that lasted like 2 years. The one before that lasted, I think, like 3 or 4 years. I mean, it was a long one for the first one. But the first one doesn't really count as a full server because it started as like a LAN party. And then we, kind of changed things as it went along. There was a little period of time. There's like a season 2.5 or something in the middle of that we it was really short, and I was like basically the only person who played on that server. There was a couple other people, but everybody knew that it was going to be like a really, really short season. I don't even think we killed the Ender Dragon on that save, but we left it, and then we started season 3, which is the one that lasted like forever. Now this one I think is going to be a long save as well. I actually found the seed for this map. I deliberately chose this particular seed because I figured that it would have a whole lot of life in it. And I think I'm going to be right. I think it's going to work. Now, we don't have nearly as many players on this season as we did the previous one, so there'll be a little bit less variety than there was before, but I think that's okay. So, anyway, but Tortuga Tavern is... I need to explain what Tortuga is, or what it should have been. But before I do that, let me put this in there before I accidentally lose it. And I need to do this. I have a tradition. So, Ancient Skull here, basically what that is... Let me dump this in my inventory so I can forget about it. So basically, the Ancient Skull here is obviously it came from the ancient city, right? But that's not really what I want to talk about. I'll find random items. Like I found a pumpkin one time, and like every place you could find a pumpkin in a chest in the world, and I called it like a soggy pumpkin and a woodland pumpkin and all this stuff. And basically wherever I found it, there's an adjective that I would put in front of it. Never the same one, mind you. And you can kind of guess where I found it based off of what the adjective was. So if you open this up, an ancient skull, I mean, you think ancient city straight off. And like it's kind of fun. It gives you like a hint of where that thing came from, but it doesn't directly tell you like that. So that's another thing that I want to do with it. Also, is this cheaper too? Ooh, that is expensive. So I have efficiency 5 on that one. And soak, touch, and mending. So there's no overlaps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Soak, touch, and mending. Fortune, I would lose. No, I keep fortune. Efficiency 5. Unbreaking 3, I keep. Soak, touch, and mending. Why do I not get to keep the soak, touch if I do this? What if I do it the other way? So I get to keep the soak, touch. So, fortune combines with the soak, touch. Honestly, I don't really want the leaves. I'm just going to do this. I would much rather be able to blow through trees right now than have to do a soak touch. I'll get soak touch later. So, what am I going to call this? Oh, man. What am I going to call this thing? I'm going to get a good name for it, right? Like, I had a really good one last season. I forget what it was. It was, I remember what it was, but now that the channel's monetized, I don't think I can actually use the name anymore. It was a really funny name, but I'm pretty sure I can't use it anymore. Okay, well, we'll stretch it a little bit. So, just think about what kind of tool this is, and then look at the name. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. All right. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, whatever. This is what it is. So that's faithful right there. Now, anyway, we're gonna go back about my business here. So now I can do this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, woo-hoo-hoo! That tree is gone. There's nothing left of it. Poof. You see, and then I get saplings. Like, that's really what I wanted it for. Oh, very nice sector. Did you manage to get in it? Break the bedrock? For those, my head was probably in the way. Basically, sector there said that we had officially made it to the top of the nether, which is fantastic because that means we can build gold farms and stuff up there. I like how that's my first thought. It's not, oh, we have free transportation. It's, oh, I could build a gold farm on that. Interdimensional gold farm. Oh, I usually just use the ladder trick. Like the, oh, where's my ladder? Yes, you take a ladder and, oh, that tree's dead. You do it like this, basically. When you get up there, hold on, I'm gonna grab the ladder below me here. Please catch it. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna pillar up to it. So you do this, and then you basically get up there, and if you throw that at just the right angle, you can like kind of bug it up over top of it, because the ladder doesn't have a hitbox. And that's how I usually got up there. I don't know if it still works or not, but it's never let me down, so. But if what you did works, perfect. I'm cool with that. No, did you bring enough stuff to get back off the roof? That's the question. Tools. Okay. So yeah, that's what's been going on though. I don't know about that Emmer or Marion there. I'm pretty sure if I go look up my Pacific Rift Edge speedruns, I'm pretty sure my rally car is fastest. So, oh, you did it to get off the roof. The boat pearl trick. Oh, you said I did get off the roof. I misunderstood. Okay, good. So anyway, I got one last thing I want to do here before we get off. Two last things, actually. First, where's my wood chest? That thing's got to go. Got to happen. Oh, no. I totally forgot. I came up with a plan for this. Give me a second. Where's my boat? It's down here. I have like a general plan of what it is, and I want this in the record so that like everybody can understand what I'm trying to do here for like the next year. So basically, this over here, in this spot, right over here, this is going to be Tortuga. And I totally forgot that I hadn't explained what that was yet. Tortuga is basically a pirate town. And if you've ever watched the movies The Pirates of the Caribbean, they actually show Tortuga. I'm not going to base it very strictly on the Pirates of the Caribbean one at all. It's basically just going to be a cool looking build that's kind of grungy, and it's going to be full of, ne'er-do-wells, basically, that anybody who looks like they're a criminal can go out here. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? And a whole bunch of different villagers will be out here. They'll all be living their lives, and then there'll be one spot on it somewhere in this little cove right here that won't look anything like this by the time I'm done. That basically what we do. Oh, that's cool sector. Thank you. Yeah, put that in the old Discord if you would. But basically, there's going to be a giant tavern in here somewhere, which is going to be the main draw to it. There's going to be like stuff outside it, which is going to be a cool build and all that. I do want to build Tortuga to like actually look cool, but the main draw is the Tortuga Tavern. And you go in there and it's going to be quite a large place to where I can put as many pointless or maybe valuable memories of the server, of this world in particular, and maybe even some past worlds, like references to old worlds that I want in there. And it basically turns it into a world museum of sorts. Of stuff, and it doesn't have to be stuff that's valuable. Like if you found an axe that has 0 durability, which can still happen in this game, at least of last update it could, then you could give it to me and I'd throw it in there and be like completely broken axe, and then that would be part of it. And just weird things like that. Stuff that we just have fun with. Stupid things that we did that we remember. And anything. Doesn't matter. But the point here is no matter what it is, if it goes in that tavern, everybody in this area right here in Tortuga will swear up and down it is the most valuable thing in the world. Like, it's, that's the whole plan. And that's kind of the joke with it. So, I mean, it could be a dirt block that somebody had clogging up their inventory, and it would be the most valuable thing in the world to somebody in this place. And like, that's kind of the running joke. But the idea is that there's actually like a archway right here that I'm going to blow this hill out right here. And that right there will be where you come into this right here. Right. I'll get rid of that obviously, but I'll fill this up and you'll be able to get into this area, assuming that and that are the same water level. I might have to sort some stuff out there. But I'm thinking about blocking this off over here. I might leave it open so there's like 2 ways in, but I think it's cooler if you come in this direction. So, we'll sort that out when the time comes. But that's Tortuga, and it is the poor area, literally speaking. They say they're rich, and they might be rich, but they're probably going to be pretty poor. The next part of this build is actually way over here, which it's going to take me a hot minute to get there. So I forgot what these like hillsides looks like. This is an incredible save. Let me get in here and it'll lag a little bit, but this way you can see it. It should be fine, but there's something that this loads when I jack it to 32 chunks that it does not like. It's probably the ancient city down there, if I'm being honest with you. But this save here is awesome. It's sectors like over there. So where all those torches are, and he's got like his farm going on. Like if I zoom way in, like that's his area right there, And I am basically not going to touch a whole lot of this over here. Let me fix my zoom. So most of the stuff over here in this general location, I'm not going to do a whole lot with, But this I will be doing a lot with. And that will be the transition. So this cave right here was originally going to be where Tortuga was. But I don't think it's big enough. And I think it'd be a cool place for a little while, but I'm very limited by the shape of that. So this is just going to be more like a transition zone right here between that area, which I'll explain in a second, and Sector's area right over here. That's generally speaking the plan. So Sector and I have agreed that I'm pretty much just going to go to the top of that hill right there. And I just want to make sure that whenever you come up over that hill, that this area is going to look cool. And I'll show you what I mean here. So basically, if I can get up this hillside, I'm going to get rid of all these dark oak trees. I'll move them somewhere else so people can actually farm them. But, I basically want to have from like right here on this little ledge somewhere. And I look this way. This is really what I'm concerned about. I want to control how people get into this area very particularly so that they kind of come in from like right here-ish somewhere. And you see this big mountain in the back, right? That giant mountain is going to be basically completely covered in an extremely dense village of sorts. It's mostly going to be made out of like South American style building, very colorful buildings. And concretes, lots of concretes. We'll have lots of copper bars to simulate like rust and stuff. It'll be a very vibrant thing, especially the closer it gets to the bottom where it starts to get greener down here. This will be like a super vibrant thing right here in the bottom on both sides, actually. But you'll be able to see over top of this over to here. So like this will be kind of short, but then they'll start getting taller back here. But as it goes farther up this mountain, what it's going to do is start getting kind of rusty and thin. Like the houses won't be so common anymore. And at the very top, I'm going to build the biggest, most gargantuan castle that I think I've ever built. It's not going to be the biggest one you've ever seen. Like, people are incredible at this game. But it's going to be a big one. And there's a lot of land mass back there. So I've got plenty of space to actually build it on. So it's not going to be like right on that edge that you can see right there. It's going to be set back a little bit. So this area will be like your main focus for like the whole thing. But when you look up, you'll be like, wait, what's that giant castle looking thing back there. And it'll give you reason to like travel through the area to go see things. What up? So that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. But then, oh, hold on a minute. We gotta go beat this man up. Kill him. Okay, he's dead. Oh, there's two. All right, perfect. Oh, there's a creeper. We gotta go to bed, dude. I don't want that to blow up. Anyways, that's the plan. So I don't know how long it's actually going to take me to do it. And it's going to kind of spread. So you see this, there's like this giant thing over here. Like that. There's a creeper sneaking up behind you. Ooh. Okay. Now, but this area right here, I'm going to use as like a boundary transition to where you're in my way, dude. So basically that right there, I'll use as like a transition from the color pop, and I'll make it slightly cooler colors as it goes that direction, such that we can see Tortuga way over there. That's the plan. And the server is starting to lag out. So I do need a dip before my internet completely dies on me here, but that's generally speaking the plan. But to get to that point, I need to build in an entire industrial area. That's going to be a lot of work. I don't do industrial areas small. You can ask Sector here. I build cobble farms that crank out, well, I forget, it was like 15,000 cobblestone in a minute or something is the Cobbleinator 1500. No, it's 1,500 cobblestone in a minute, which is why it was called the Cobbleinator 1500. But I build stuff like that, and I basically never worry about those materials again once I get that started. And I really like doing it, honestly. I like building industrial areas. And I want to make it something that is actually visually pleasing. Because I kind of did that last season, and I had a ball with it. I had an absolute ball with making the industrial area towards the end of the season last season. It was such a fun thing to watch, you know? Whereas I've built some before that are really boring. So that's the plan. But I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, is the issue. And I thought about putting it on that island, but I don't want to do that because it's so close to Tortuga. So I could put it in underneath it, and we could do that. But I don't know where else I'd put it. Yeah. Like, I don't know where we're gonna put it. And like, I don't want to crowd over here because like that's Sector's area. Like, I ain't gonna mess with that, you know. So maybe we'll put it like on top of that, or maybe I'll make it like a vertical thing, and I'll just build it on that cliff. But that would be such a waste of such a beautiful cliff in this game. So one of these days I'll sort it out. But there is an area behind this mountain back here that's kind of flat that I'm thinking about putting it in pretty seriously. Now, it's a little far away from like where my base is for me to do that. Is why I don't really want to do that, because I love that little spot. And I do want to explain that here real quick. I'm just going to swim over there. So basically, I'm building a tiny, tiny house that is going to have probably one of the most elaborate views that I've ever been able to put together on a server. Specifically because of how the landform is shaped. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Like, I'll show you the vision of like what the plan is for that. And I came up with it in the middle of last stream, and I've refined it enough now that I think it's actually worth explaining properly. So I'm deliberately building the house slowly such that I can clear out the area and I can get a good look at like what everything is and see what paths I'm going to be using a lot. Like, obviously this one I'm taking right now, I'm probably going to have to swim quite a lot. So I know that I want to have an entrance on this particular side. So I can build the house to accommodate for how I'm actually going to use it. Because I've basically never done that. I've always just popped the house down and then I live there for the entirety of the world pretty much. I just refuse to move. And I hate myself for it because it's too small. I can't get any use out of it. So I'm not doing it this season. We're going to actually make like a decent sized house. I really hate how there's not a way over that right there. But so here's the vision right now. You can kind of see the layout generally forming if you know exactly what you're looking at. But this was going to be like the main entrance. And I called this my mud room. It's literally going to have like a muddy floor. I need mangroves to do it. It's going to be a while before I can get this place done due to that. But, you know, so you walk in, and this will be generally speaking like the main entrance. Like where my button is, you know, you walk in, that whole ordeal, right? This would just be open. And there'll be a little garden right here, which I kind of threw together with some crap that I just had in my inventory. And I'm going to flatten it out just a little bit. Just a small little area right here that looks this direction. And eventually you'll be able to see Tortuga right there. So I'm going to be using that a lot. So it'd be great to have a door right here that I can get to that area all the time, right? And most importantly, there'll be a bridge. I don't know how big. I might hit you up on that sector. We'll see how that goes. I'd like to go exploring anyway, so I'll see if I need them here, but it's going to be a hot minute before we do that. Did you get him off a Wandering Trader or something, or did you go find him? But, so, I need to build a bridge right here. But I want to build it big enough you could actually get like a pirate ship in there if I'm going to build a bridge. Alternatively, I can make that the entrance for pirate ships and then make this a bridge so that this area looks enclosed, but I keep the water right there. And I'm leaning more towards that option because I was going to make a bridge from like right there and across to there and to have a pillar like right here. Oh, very nice. So, you know, we got that going on, but I think that arch shape right there would be cool looking from this angle, but I think it would kind of screw up Tortuga's feel. I'm going to build on Tortuga a little bit, and then we'll figure out what that bridge looks like. But, you know, there's going to be something there so I can actually get over there is the point. So once you walk in here, though, there's going to be this chest in particular, right there where it is. And I'm basically going to dump anything in my entire inventory in there. A copper golem, or maybe a hopper, probably, just so I can have more space in that chest. I'm debating between the two. We'll scoop items up out of here, and we'll take it to a storage area that will be pretty much underground, or potentially I'll make it into a barn that is over there. And that way I can have like a little farming area that's kind of close to Tortuga, and it kind of blends in. But the barn is going to be a facade, because you'll be able to see the barn on the outside, but if you go in it, it's going to go like super far that direction underground. And the reason for that is I want to be able to get to it from this spot right here. And it's going to be basically a multi-item sorter. I don't really know how to explain it in a way that's short, but I kind of can. Basically, it uses copper golems, and it allows me to sort a bunch of different kinds of items into one chest. So I can put all this in there, and then the copper golem would only put items that are already in there into that chest, and I can make it super long and relatively fast. And I've already got the design and everything. I was going to put it on the last server and then never did. So the debate is whether I use a copper golem to run through my door right here, take items out of there, make this a copper chest, and then just have it run down the hill to like the first box down there to put it in, just to make it something fun. And I might try that at first, and if it's too slow, or I just need more space or something, then, or I hate having the copper golem come in here and make noise all the time, then I'll just use some hoppers to get it down to the first one, and we'll still make the same sorter. So that's my dump chest. So I will never have to go somewhere again to empty out my inventory of items that I don't want. I can just put them in there and it goes to storage, you know? Like for example, I got all this wood and I've got a wood chest in my storage somewhere. I can just run up, throw that in there like that, and leave. And I'm done. Like, I don't have to do anything else, you know? It'd be so nice. So the other area over here is going to be for storage that of things that I just generally want to have up here that I don't really care to put in the main storage. Just small things like food items or maybe a water bucket or my tools, like all the pickaxes and stuff like that can all be up here. And that's fine. I don't need to go down to the sorting systems to get pickaxes sorted out. So that kind of stuff will be up here. But all my common stuff, like all of this, will just go in there directly. Now, this area is actually going to be pretty open. It's going to go about over to here and have like a corner that goes like this, such that I can go out this direction towards the other area, which I just explained that I'm going to be spending a lot of time on, and especially up there, which you should be able to see just the top of the castle right there, I think. I think that'd be really awesome if I could swing that. Just a peek of the castle right there. And I'm debating whether or not I'll leave that lava. That's natural, by the way. It just did that. So when I come out of here, but basically that'll be like your main room, right? I'll have a small section over here. So there'll be a pretty open space right here that you could go over here and just get to like a nook, I actually called it, that will allow me to have like a bed here. So it's this general area. And these chests won't be there. And I'm going to actually make like a decent looking bed, stuff like that. This sheep won't be here, obviously. This area then is going to be the kitchen. And I'm actually going to have a true kitchen in this house. One that actually gets used. So I built a kind of funky looking super smelter. Oh, that's sick. Thank you, Sector. And but I'm going to make actual use of this. And I'm going to do it using a very strange method of basically supplying this with dried kelp blocks from a super smelter. The problem is the super smelters might have to be pretty far away from here. So I need a system that takes care of that. And fortunately, I have one, but unfortunately, it uses minecarts, which are known to be quite buggy. I would not be opposed to building a minecart system. Not a 60 to 100,000 block one like I did on the last season. That is not happening again. But that might never happen again. That took me like a year. But I'm going to build it like that general direction. And I'm thinking that I put the industrial area back there. So it should be just close enough. Or maybe I could squeeze it into there or something. But just close enough that I could get a cart to render up if I put it like max render distance. Or maybe I could just chunk load these couple chunks right here with a pearl or something to get the cart to come back here, and it will deliver fuel. And whenever it gets empty, so the cart is basically going to be sitting right where that chest is right now. And whenever it finally runs out of items, I'm going to have it take off back that direction to get more. So this will be like an actual functional furnace. You just don't have to put any fuel in it, is basically what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to have some kind of meat farm down there that I can just go smack a bunch of cows or something and get a bunch of meat and throw it into a different chest, and then I'll bring it up here to cook it. So I'll have like an actual useful kitchen that actually gets used as a kitchen instead of just being like a decorative thing. I think that'll give me some way of doing it, but I don't know how I'm going to make that look good on the corner of the house right here. So there's going to be a lot of redstone right there to make that work. I might have to pull some strings to get something to fit underneath of this or something, but you get the idea. That's the plan anyway. This right here is going to be like a bit of an open section again. So like a little garden so that I can go this direction towards Tortuga this way. And also for now, my farm that's right there. And it also lets me have a little porch right here to look at this mountainside, which I'm thinking about building just something on, something pretty. I might put the industrial area right there. You never know. You know, that would actually be a pretty good place for it. Might do that. So that's generally speaking the plan, right? So yeah. And once I get this first house built, it will be different from pretty much everything else, but I want it to be a pretty cozy little place. Then I'll pretty much go to build my sorting system, or at least dig the hole for it so that I know where it's going to be. Then I'll probably go out and get a ridiculous amount of resources to build said sorter and also get all the other things that I need to create the farms with. Build a giant farming system, which is going to take a while. And once I'm done with that, I'll finally be able to start building on the other main project over there, the big ones that I was talking about. Starting a little bit with Tortuga, which would be kind of a villager farm as well. But I'll work on this as like a passive project. Just something that I want to get on. I want to work on something, but I don't want to think a terrible amount. That's what this project's probably going to be. It's a chill project. The industrial area is like, I got to think a lot kind of project. The area over there on the bottom where it's going to be colorful, I'm going to have to think about a crazy amount to get it to work. It is a very active, I probably won't even stream most of it. Like, I'm going to sit there and think about how I want to get that built, you know? The castle, though, that castle is going to be enormous. I was going to do it in last season, and it was 43 to 47,000 blocks out from spawn, and I had a railway built to it, believe it or not. And I actually went out there to start up the castle in that save. And then Fallen brought up the idea of starting a new world. And I was like, yeah, okay. If we're going to do that, I'm not going to build that. So we came up with the idea, or I came up with this idea of building this giant castle. It's going to be evil looking up on top of this thing. But it's going to be cursed, and I'm hoping to cram a giant minigame in it. I don't know how to do that. I'm not talking like a decked out, if you're familiar with that. I don't think it's going to be that big. I was thinking more like a Destiny 2 raid kind of size, where there's things to do, but once you figure out how to do it, it's like something that you could predictably do, you know? But I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do the loot or anything like that at the end of it, but there's going to be things that involve bosses, you know? And what better boss that you can respawn and let the player actually kill than a warden? We'll leave it there. So, you know, it's just, you know, you kind of see where I'm going there. So, and I happen to have a deep dark underneath the mountain that adds both to lore and possibly functionality. So, you know, I think it's going to be really, really nice if I can get that, if I can get it to work. It's going to be tricky. But, you know, the hard part is figuring out how to get that to actually exist. So, you know, I got a lot of work set out in front of me. But yeah, that's generally the plans. But obviously there's several different projects, and more will probably show up as I get about things. But that's like the big ones that I would like to get done by the time this world's over with. So I do want to put the disclaimer out. I don't know if those will all happen. I also don't know if they will change. And over time, I want to do different things. I would say that at least the castle and that area over there are pretty set in stone. Tortuga over there may move locations. I don't want to. I think this is a really good spot. But depending upon if that, you know, I might want it closer to that is what I'm saying. Not farther away. I might want it closer to the other build. So I might end up trying to cram it along this coastline right here. Or maybe I'll just leave that over there and then just make it bigger, you know, something like that. So anyway, I'm going to call that there because I do need to go to bed, and we're going to listen to this music disc while I do.